What is up, Ravens Flock? Huge shout out for your support for the 410 Sports Talk. James and Glenn are the best in the business. Make sure you go subscribe to their channel. Let's go Ravens. Big trust.
Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of 410 Sports Talk. James Haskell, along with my co-host Glenn Martin, and we are here. This lovely morning, this lovely afternoon, first day of OTAs. Today is May 24th. To talk about one person and one person only, and that is Lamar Jackson. But before we talk about all things Lamar, take a second, hit the subscribe button, turn on your likes, turn on your notifications, give us a like, leave all your comments below. But Glenn, I want to kick this one to you. I wanted to talk about this one because I think it's important, and maybe other people don't. But today's first day OTAs. Lamar Jackson is unsigned as far as his extension goes. Whether or not he shows up today, I think is something to talk about, and whether or not it matters. So give me your thoughts. Where are you so far on Lamar Jackson, whether or not he shows up, and all thoughts regarding, the topic itself?
Yeah, it's something that I think a month ago we all expected Lamar to be here because he's always been here. He's a guy that likes to work with his guys and, of course, understands the importance of building chemistry, and that really, although some may look at OTAs as being not as valuable, not as important, it's the start of the season. This is the beginning of what hopefully will end in, every team hopes to end in a championship. So I think that every step along the way matters, and I think all the greats will tell you that even an OTA has certainly its role and its importance in the process. So I think I'd like to see Lamar Jackson here. Now, as Jimmy said, today's the start of an OTA, a 3-day camp that's only open to the media on Wednesday, the 25th. So anything we hear today would be, stuff leaking out, but it wouldn't be, we're not really going to know a lot until Wednesday when they have some media availability and it's open to the media to observe practice. So I think it's important that he's there, but Jimbo, I got an alert on my phone. I think it was yesterday morning that popped
I knew you were going
up.
to bring this up. And I know we had the same exact thought. Go ahead.
Yeah, saying that Lamar Jackson is basically working with the Tom House quarterback camp. I can't remember the name of the guy who works under Tom House who's been working with Lamar, but he's been seen in virtually all these videos that have leaked out, standing there, usually arms crossed, watching and observing. It said that the alert popped up and said that Lamar Jackson has been working with the quarterback coach to improve his mechanics, and that he's been doing so in California. And that just popped up yesterday, which makes me think that this may have been a way to soften the blow of a possible no-show from Lamar Jackson at OTAs. Jimbo, is there anything to read into the fact if Lamar isn't here, or is this simply an overreaction if we do?
I'm really struggling with this because I had the same exact thought. It was a way to, like you said, to kind of cushion the blow a bit and let Ravens fans know that the Ravens and Lamar are still in good standing. They're trying to navigate this whole situation, with the contract and everything like that. Because you better believe if he had a contract in place and he was getting new money, not that he's holding out because of that, but if, when you get your new money, the first thing you want to do is prove your worth. You're showing up.
Oh, so you think if he did have an extension, so you're saying that if he doesn't come, let me see.
So I don't know if I directly attribute him not coming to not having an extension, but all I'm saying is that us as people, as soon as we get new money from our job, get a raise, whatever, we want to show that we're worth it. Okay. And so we're more motivated to just do little things, right? Like this. So I don't know if I'm directly saying that he's not there because of the contract situation, but I think it does have an impact one way or another. I think it simply has an impact. I think it's undeniable. So this is what I think. I think it's a big deal for the Ravens in the long run because this is Lamar Jackson's team, right? It doesn't run without Lamar Jackson. If he were a running back, if he were a cornerback, even the best cornerback in the league, I don't really care. But he's the quarterback, right? And so for me, I think it's a big deal. All that being said, we are hearing from some sources. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We got some sources that people in the media are acting under the assumption that Lamar Jackson will not be there today, but it also doesn't mean that he couldn't just show up tomorrow or the next day. Like just one of the days he could just make a trip and come throw with the guys. So I think it's a big deal. I'm not ready to say it's not because of his position on the team as a leader, as the quarterback. But I also I'm not ready to say if he doesn't show up today, that doesn't mean he won't be there making his presence felt in the remainder of the 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, he could very well show up. Like, he might not be there today. He could show up tomorrow. Might not be there tomorrow. Could show up the 26th, the following day. So,
but does it matter to you, Glenn? Like, does it matter to you?
It does. It does matter to me.
Yeah.
It does because we understand that this is a very young receiver group, and a good portion of this group missed some time together due to overlapping injuries. There was times when Rashad Bateman was out that Lamar was playing, and there was times when Rashad Bateman was in and Lamar was out. So I think that certainly the chemistry needs to be built between him and between Bateman and Lamar, seeing as though he's our number one receiver and number one target on the outside. So I think that's important, but also the young guys. I mean, like, how many passes has Devin Duvernay and James Prochet caught from Lamar when you consider the logjam that was ahead of them last year and the year prior at receiver? So I think that it's important that these guys get out there together. I get that you're working on your mechanics, and I certainly appreciate the work ethic there, but can't that work be done here with the quarterback coach here, with his targets that he'll actually be throwing to when there's live bullets, rather than just having guys in gym shorts run around catching passes while his personal quarterback coach observes? So,
and chases him with a broom, right? Like,
yeah, like I think I don't think that you can get more work done there than you could here with your actual teammates and actual coaches who will be in the fire with you. I think it's very important that he comes. He's always come. Now, saying that, there are plenty of quarterbacks around the league who haven't shown up at their team's OTAs. Kyler Murray, Aaron Rodgers reportedly was not at his, despite the fact that he got that new money. Talking about crazy new money. Mm-hmm. And there's more. I'm just blanking on, but I think
Deshaun Watson's there.
I think Deshaun Watson, if he's not there, then I would be furious if I was the organization. Like, really? Yeah. We just gave you. But I know one thing: Baker ain't there. Baker ain't there. So, no, I think it would be important. But my question back to you, Jimbo, is if this isn't a concern, like, when do you say, all right, I think we can all agree this is a concern? Because there's the OTAs today, tomorrow, and the following day. But then there's another set of OTAs starting May 31st through June 2nd. And then a third set of OTAs from June 7th to June 10th. And then, of course, mandatory mini camp, which everyone has to show up on June 14th to 16th. So would you be stunned if he missed all of these OTAs, all 3 sessions? Okay.
Stunned. I mean, you're talking about not 3 days, but the 3 segments, right? Like each. Yeah. I would be absolutely stunned. So I think the closer it gets to the season, the more likely it is that he shows up. I think it's just as simple as that. I'm still willing to bet that one of these 3 days, Lamar Jackson makes his presence felt. And like you said, I just don't see anything negative coming out of showing up today. What do you stand to lose? You know what I mean? I don't like you said, a day's worth of work with some guy that's chasing around with a broom telling you how to throw a football. Like, not to undervalue those guys. That's not my point. But I'm just saying,
he had all off season to do that.
Right. Get here with your team, work with your team.
How about them young tight ends, right? I mean,
right. I mean, there's a lot of guys here. Like you said, new faces, young guys. You're the leader. You're the head of the snake. Right. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't function without you. So get here and let's get some work.
And you can still do, while there's no contact in these OTAs, you can do 7-on-7. Yep. You can do 9-on-7. You can do 11-on-11. You can do plenty of passing tree work.
Even just sitting down, like you said, the passing tree work and knowing what guys like, knowing where they want the ball, knowing how, certain particularities of their routes, right? Like, it's invaluable in my opinion. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. But I'm interested to see where the folks that watch this, where all of you guys are, as far as whether this is important, whether we're kind of overreacting, whether we're overstating the importance of him being there, or it's not a big deal. I think Glenn and I both agree the fact that it's a quarterback heightens the importance of it.
Certainly.
Because, Ray Lewis wasn't showing up to these back in the day. But he also, look, as important as Ray Lewis was to his franchise, he wasn't the quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, the quarterback touches the ball every single play. Right. Where, a linebacker, there's some chemistry that you need to build with your teammates and knowing where a guy's going to be and expecting. but it's not anything weird to the degree of what a quarterback does on a play-to-play basis.
Yeah, 100%. So let us know what you guys think. Concerned, not concerned? Should we be concerned? Talk us out of it if we're overreacting. But I think Glenn and I safely, I can safely say that we both feel like this is a big deal. Like not an end all be all, but I would put it in the category of a big deal, something significant worth talking about. Let us know all your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll talk to you guys soon.